Today's video is brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform that is inspiring thousands of people to learn something new every day. I'd like to talk to you more about how Skillshare can inspire your creativity at the end of this video. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Appalachian Bonsai. I'm going to give you a summer update of my trees, something that you've been asking for a little while, and you'll be able to see some of the progressions that have been made over the past year. This is a Trident Maple you've seen multiple times. This was the air layer. You can see that in air layer 1 or even air layer 2. Those are both available. And I've had a couple of updates on this tree before. This spring, I went ahead and let this tree just grow wide open. And sometime around May, I went ahead and defoliated the entire tree, worked on some branch structure, and I have a video that I will be making for that, so keep your eyes open. I'll make sure I leave a link down in the description when that is ready. Once that was flushed out again in late June, I went ahead and defoliated one more time. And this is the result. I have this beautiful crown of small foliage. We do have this long limb here. I explain what this is in that other video that will be coming out, but in brief, my dog Rocky had torn up the branch from this as well as a branch from here, and I'm having to let that regrow. So it's not perfect. It's got many more years to go, but I really like the way that this has taken its overall shape. The inside up here looks really good, but as you can tell, I still have some areas missing from this side. So let's move on to the next tree. This is an American hornbeam that you've seen multiple times. I collected this tree in 2016. This tree had a lot of work done to it this year, which you may see now. I have a video that I'll be producing that shows all of those changes that have happened. In one of the last updates and times that you've seen this tree, it had a very long top up here that kind of snaked off over here to your left. What I did not like about that tree, which I explained further in that coming video, is that this natural curve here and then changing direction so quickly is not a very natural position for some trees. Even in my backyard, I don't have trees that look like that. It's kind of an S shape. Not many trees grow like that in nature, at least not here in Appalachia. So what I've done to this tree is I removed that top and I've done a little carving. I've split the trunks, so we have a kind of a little bit of a trunk here. We have a little bit of a lead right here, and there's going to be a little gap that you'll see eventually. This has been defoliated twice this year. Again, it's a very healthy tree. That's why I was able to do that. This long branch that you can see over here, there we are. This long branch here is a sacrificial branch, and I'm hoping to strengthen and thicken this up because it's a little weak down here. By allowing this to extend and continue to grow, it's reinvigorating this limb, and that'll be a very nice transition and a very nice pad once this all kind of comes up. The tree is leaning and moving in this direction, so that's what I'm really wanting you to see with this. Very healthy tree. Here's one that you've been asking for quite some time. This is the American dogwood, or the flowering dogwood, Cornus Florida. This tree was collected many years ago. It's actually the most popular video on this channel. A lot of branch structure that you can see right here. Some of the reason that has happened is because during the winter time, I had many rabbits come in and eat up several branches. So when the spring came, it just threw out a flush of new growth all over the place. This was pruned back in early July. It's just now producing new leaves, which you can see in multiple areas. It's a little bit slow growing on this side of it. I'm not sure why, because Cornus dogwood species are not as well studied as, say, like hornbeams and pines. They are out there. Walter Paul does them. It's a very beautiful flower that it produces. I really like the leaves and the bark structure of this. During this fall, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of wiring. This was done in the springtime just to move this out of the way. It was sticking straight up, much like the rest of this kind of crowned area. These branches will be moving down a little bit more, and I'm excited to see where this goes. It's pretty healthy. It's going to need a repot here in the spring. It's going to need a little carving in these areas here and even up here. This is the new lead at the moment, but we'll see how this goes in the future. So it's coming along. So this is the Eastern White Pine. This has also been one of the most requested trees for an update. This tree is doing very healthy. It got a repot this year. It's had some wiring done, as you can tell. A little bit of carving work and branch removal, especially in this section right here. The branch structure, as you can tell, is not your standard wiring scheme, and that's because this trunk movement is really wild. This trunk movement's got so much twists and turns. This was natural, but that was because of a cow, if you remember from the collection video. I was speaking with Arthur Jura, and he was telling me that because of the shape of this tree, this kind of speaks the story of a lot of hardships that have happened to it, which is true. So the branches should also reflect that wildness, that ruggedness. Hence why you can see these branches even downturned and twisted. These branches here, and even maybe you might be able to see through all this foliage here. It's just weird and twisted, and that's kind of fun. I hope you like that. This will end up getting into a smaller and smaller pot as the years go by. The needles are still requiring some refinement. A lot of years left on this tree before it would be ready for a show, but I think if you like it, then so will everybody else when they see it in person. So this is the Japanese black pine that you've seen the needle reduction video for, and if you haven't seen it, it's right there. You only do that needle reduction every other year. So this tree has really long needles. Down close, they're very short needles, only about 3/4 to an inch long from last year when I did the needle reduction. And now they're exceeding 2 and even possibly 3 inches, especially up here at the top. It's apical dominant, which means it grows faster from the top of the tree than it does down at the bottom. This will require a repot this coming fall, and these branches will get pruned back in the late fall, early winter time. I'll do a little bit more wiring, a little bit more refining in preparation for next summer. This is one of the hawthorns from the video where I have Tale of Two Hawthorns. We have the really big one, and then we have the much smaller one. This smaller one, if you noticed, or if you remember from that video, had a lot of really strange looking trunks off to the side, and I was deciding whether or not to keep them or cut them off. I have decided to cut them off, and in doing so found a lot of things that are going to need a lot of work. It may have been best if I had left them on. Live and learn. I make mistakes, you can make mistakes, and we learn from that. The trunk here has got a very large wound. It's never going to be healed up. It does need a lot of carving. I'll probably carve a little bit down into the trunk on this side, but it's really got some fascinating character, I think, to it that could really make for a good tree. One of the problems with keeping these hawthorns, like this is a Crataegus viridis, a green hawthorn, and even on my Crataegus, I think it's Crusgali, which is a cockspur hawthorn, really long thorns to it. At least here in the United States, one of the problems that you have with hawthorn and a lot of apple and mallow species is cedar apple rust. We have a species here in the United States called an eastern red cedar. It's actually a juniper species, Juniperus virginiana. And they have a fungus that is shared between the two of them. So they end up producing these really interesting galls on them that then turns into this big kind of thread looking thing, kind of a hairy orange. And it's a problem for all types of species, especially if they're unhealthy. It can kill them. Thankfully, these trees have been healthy, but every one of them is affected by it. It'll produce these little orange spots, which are on some of the leaves. It can really devastate your bonsai. So I have to be very careful with them. Looks like I'm about to lose you here in just a minute, so I'm going to try and get one more tree in. Here's another tree that I collected off of the Booth family farm. I believe this is Booth family 3. I had a lot of interesting things going on this side. I've had to carve it. It does require a little bit more carving to it. The branches I was hoping to produce foliage down here never did, and so they have since died back. I do need to carve on these. There's a lot of things that I need to think about when it comes to these types of trees, especially these hawthorns. I do love them. I think they're beautiful. They do have a lot of character. But as I mentioned in the last one, things like cedar apple rust can really cause a problem. The thorns can be a little bit of a problem. I need to work on this root structure a lot. There's a lot going on. Anyway, I've got more trees I'd love to show you, but it seems that by the lawnmowers in the back, I'm out of time. So I hope that, that you really like this video, that you're subscribed, and that you're just hanging on tight while I take time to get these videos produced. They do take some time. If you have some music that you'd like for me to use with my videos, I certainly appreciate it. Look in the About section and you'll find my email, so send me an email. I do hope that you subscribe to my Instagram account. That's at Appalachian Bonsai. Send me messages there, hit me up, like and subscribe, because there is more to come. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Today's video is brought to you by Skillshare. I love the creative arts, like bonsai, but I'm also an industrial designer. Drawing, sketching, Photoshop, Illustrator, all of these are skills that are required from my field. You can learn more about these skills through Skillshare's classes. I've been drawing and illustrating since I was a kid. It's one of the reasons I became a designer in the first place. To make me a better designer, I'm going to be taking Vashti Harrison's class, Illustrating in Procreate, Drawing a Shareable Time-Lapse. Now, I've had the Procreate app on my iPad for many years, but I haven't taken it seriously. Vashti's class looks awesome, and I really can't wait to try it. I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and because of them, the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link down in the description will get a 2-month free trial of their premium membership, so you can explore your creativity. Discover what Skillshare can do for you, and start learning something new today. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video, and thank you all very much for watching.